Earlier today I was looking through some comments, and the comments are just crazy and overwhelming. And I try to read and heart as many as I can. I try to respond to a few here and there. And there was a comment that I caught from a video called Small Talk that I'd done a little while back, not very long ago. It was a two Ronnies piece. It was one of the last ones that I had found and done. And it was one of the ones where it was a comedy for ELT, and Nick commented and said, "Hey man, I'm glad you enjoyed this. I got some other ones, the two Ronnies that are comedy for ELT over them because that's what his site's all about is the ELT learning." So I'll put a link to his channel in the description below, and I think this is the Taxidermist. These are the two Ronnies. I am the Squirrel. I'm so glad you're here. And if it's your first time here or you're returning and you still just finding me in the feed and not subscribing, what are you doing? Just hit the subscription button. It's okay. We're all here to hang out together. Let's do this. The Taxidermist. The two Ronnies.
Come here, you stupid. Come here. Get out of it. Oi, come back here. Oh, dear. Yes? Mr. Putis? Yes? Mr. Patsy Peregrine Putis? Of Putis, Piston and Parsons?
Oh boy, here we go.
Licensed taxidermist to the gentry? I have that honour, sir. In what way can I help you? Detective Inspector Glib of the Metropolitan Police. I've been sent here to ask you various questions about several complaints we have had, and I think you might know what we are talking about. I can't even begin to guess, sir. Then let's not beat about the bush, Mr. Putis. It is alleged that on the 12th of January this year, you did, in your capacity as a licensed taxidermist, stuff a creature that was not in fact dead. Namely, Mr. Arthur George Henshaw, 5 Newby Terrace, Peckham. It is further alleged that on the same date you did willfully and maliciously stuff his wife, Mrs. Hayden. Their 2 sons, Malcolm and Dennis, their next door neighbour who had popped in for a Tupperware party, the relief milkman, 2 traffic wardens, and the local Avon representative.
The relief milkman. So this guy's he's a serial killer. He's stuffing people. I don't know. Let's see.
4 lollipop ladies, 3 ice cream vendors, Mr. Herbert Beswick, an employee of the Parks Department, 2 visiting rabbis, a double glazing salesman, and the Catford Salvation Army.
Double glazing. I think it was Peter Kay that mentioned that, and that everybody had to explain to me. That's a window treatment thing, I think, right? I think that's double glazing is like a window treatment. I don't know. I've never heard of it over here, and I think it's an older thing. Double glazing. It's
Yes,
funny.
what do you mean, yes? Well, what's the problem? What's the problem? You have stuffed and mounted 34 perfectly healthy people with a perfect right to live and a double glazing salesman. Did you say, what is the problem? Have you ever any idea what premature stuffing can do to the career credentials of a person? There are not a lot of vacancies for bank tellers these days. And that is not all either, Mr. Putis. I don't know what you're talking about. We have
Taking a shot at the double glazes and the bankers. I like it.
reason to believe that you did also stuff 3 members of Her Majesty's Cabinet. You can't prove that. No, unfortunately we can't. But if we ever find out which 3 they are, you will be in very severe trouble. Because the penalties will be as stiff as your victims. Do you realise, do you know what you can get for stuffing Mr. Norman Tebbit? The Queen's Award for Industry, I think. I don't think you're taking this too seriously, young man. I mean, there's far too much of this thing going on. How would you feel if a perfect stranger came up to you and started ramming... Well, I mean... How can you do it? How can you do it? I'll get a grant from a GLC. Yeah, I'll get a grant from a GLC Arts Committee. The GLC Arts Committee, in its infinite wisdom, gives you money for this barbaric exercise? Yeah, why not? It may just be stuffing people to you, Constable, but to me and Ken Livingstone, it is a means of vital self-expression. Self-expression? For too long, the art of taxidermy has been stifled as a truly aesthetic medium by social constraints. I mean, where's the challenge in stuffing dead animals all the time? I want to probe different areas. I want to go into life subjects. I want to capture the human essence in one bold, brash statement for perpetuity. I mean, this is no challenge to me. This is all hack work. This is to a man of my sensitive talents. I am a artist. You're a flaming loony. You look nice stuffed. Lovely stuffed and mounted, you
Wouldn't take a bunch of stuff in either. It'd be a cheap job.
would the mounted policeman.
April Fool, George.
Sergeant Penders!
Well, you see, I had a bet with woman police constable Hodges. She said you wouldn't fall for it, but I knew damn well you would.
Oh, you gave me all that dodgy information.
All about the stuff, Pete.
Yeah, thanks for setting him up personally.
Yeah, he really went for it, didn't he?
And you were in there listening all the time.
Well, you know, me and woman police constable Hodges, she's in the bear over there.
Just a minute. What do you mean, woman police constable lodges in a bear skin?
Well, she's in there. She's inside the bear.
I did that bear this morning.
God. Oh, Doris. Doris, speak to me. Speak to me.
April Sergeant.
Yeah, you know what I like to do to you, don't
Yeah,
you?
don't say it. I might do it.
Well, I guess if you can find humor in taxidermy, that's one way to do it. I wasn't expecting the swerve at the end that this was a joke on Ronnie. It was a cute sketch. It was good. It was cute. It wasn't. There wasn't like a bunch of like wordsmith in there like there normally is. There was some, but it was definitely. I don't know. It was cute. It was a fun sketch. It was a great. It surprised me at the end. I was not expecting at all to have the guy in the costume and for this to be a ruse on Ronnie. So. Anyway, this was the Taxidermist, and I want to say thanks one more time to Nick for pointing out the fact that he might have a few over there that I haven't seen yet. So, thank you, Nick, and thank you, Squirrel Squad. It's good to have you guys. It's good to be back for. It's like an encore for Ronnie's Friday, right? I'll see you again. Scroll up.